Bonjour, this is Rainbow Harmony here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a twin flame soulmate love reading. So, this is for those of you guys who have been begging me and DMing me and emailing me and requesting a twin flame reading. This is for those of you guys who feel like you're on the twin flame path, or you feel like you have a soulmate out there or someone you're in love with that you're wanting more advice on. But keep in mind, this is a general reading. If this person really isn't your soulmate, really isn't your twin flame, or is just a karmic partner, then this may not resonate. So I would love to hear any information if you guys feel like this resonates. And if you would like to purchase a personal reading, I can make you a spread just like this and even add in some like extra questions specific to your situation. And right now, my video readings are $77. But if you would like to Skype with me, I have openings like so much the next couple weeks. So my Skype prices are $44 for a half hour or $77 for an hour. And I'm not one of those psychics that cuts you off right at a half hour or right at an hour. Like, we can go a little over just to make sure we answer your questions if time permits. And you can book readings from me at promiseharmony.com. And you go to the menu and click on the services section, and it has all the information. You book the reading and you purchase it right there. And I've been having a lot of amazing Skype chats with you guys lately, connecting and lots of positive feedback, and it's really been energizing me. So I just wanted to say thank you. So let's get into it. What we're going to do is we're going to look into the current energy in this relationship, in this situation. We're going to see what energy is leaving, and then we're going to see what energy is coming in. I'm going to do this traditional twin flame style where we talk of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, but just please keep in mind that divine masculine does not necessarily mean that your partner is male. Divine feminine does not necessarily mean the partner is female. You might want to do some research on divine masculine and divine feminine to see who in your relationship fits under the more masculine energy and then the more feminine energy in the relationship. So as I go through the reading, you might notice, oh, I'm totally the divine masculine and they're totally the divine feminine, or vice versa. So that's how I'm going to be explaining the dynamic here, and you might want to do a little bit of research. Eventually I'll post some videos on like divine masculine, divine feminine kind of stuff, but this is for those of you guys who are kind of already familiar with that terminology, and if you're not, do some research and your intuition will guide you on which partner is which. So first, we're going to uncover the current energy. So what is the energy right now in this soulmate love twin flame dynamic? So I do see that the situation could possibly involve a wedding. Maybe one or both partners are married, or there's talk of a marriage. I feel like both partners are trying to have integrity on making these decisions and trying to figure out what's best for them. The wedding card doesn't necessarily mean a marriage. It could be talking about maybe like union or just coming together, or like a committed relationship. But coming out with the integrity card, it really makes me think there's some decisions to be made. There could be other parties involved. The situation could be complicated. Maybe you're already married and have children or something like that. Or if that doesn't apply to you, it could just be talking about trying to enter into like a partnership. I see free yourself. So both parties are really trying to take control of their lives right now and spending time. I see separation to try to figure out what is best for you, and the other person's trying to figure out what's best for them. Love yourself first comes out. So the energy really does seem right now like you guys are apart. You guys aren't really connecting because there's this energy of trying to find freedom and trying to find the love for yourself first, trying to find that integrity that you need to enter into a union. And I'm seeing give your relationship a chance reversed, because I feel like one or both people are still kind of on the fence about like if this relationship should be given a chance or not. There has been some challenge with this partnership. I think currently the challenges are kind of fading though. Things seem to be shifting. I feel like the divine masculine is especially going through a lot right now. And we'll uncover that, of course, but that's coming out. Not really able to fully step into their power at the moment. But of course, seeing the challenge reverse card is making me think that things are getting better for the divine masculine. Divine feminine seems to be working on creativity and just trying to be rooted in independence. And I do see both partners are dedicated to trying to move forward in some way here, trying to find answers, trying to find resolve. I see opportunities in the future for you guys to move forward, but there seem to be some delays because one or both parties are trying to find their balance right now. So right now it's all about balance. It's all about loving yourself first, freeing yourself. If there's separation, I feel like that's exactly where things are supposed to be. Trying to pull yourself out of these emotional waters. I mean, this Mercury retrograde cycle was insane, you guys. It was intense. It just brought everything up. So I feel like everybody in the collective is kind of recovering from this. But the universe is here. The universe is watching over the situation. There is some greater force at work here. So let's see what energy is leaving the dynamic. So what energy were we experiencing in the dynamic and what energy is leaving? So, there was a heart-to-heart conversation in the past between you guys, a discussion where you guys discussed your feelings with each other, and I feel like this was done gracefully. I feel like there has not really been closure, but there's been progress in this area for you guys. I feel like there was this rest, there was this transformation that was happening and healing from the past and from the pain that could have come from the dynamic or from other things. And I see like friendships, like I feel like although this union hasn't been moving forward, there have been like friends and kindred spirits coming into both of your lives to brighten things up. And I see divine feminine especially really hanging out with girlfriends and hanging out with other like friends and people that are fun and resonate with them. And I saw fulfillment reversed. So it's like in the past, like there wasn't fulfillment, there wasn't like anything moving forward here, a lot of pain. So interesting. I want to see what energy is coming into that dynamic. This is what we really want to know. What energy is coming into this love, soulmate, twin flame dynamic? Ooh, oh my God, we get the twin flame card and we get the empowerment card. So things are definitely shifting, and you can kind of tell that from the current energy we discussed. Remember we were talking about how divine masculine needs to step into their power? Well, I see that happening here. A lot of healing has happened, but there's still going to be separation, you guys, okay? There's still going to be some separation as both parties are learning how to step into their power to prepare for this union. So there's a lot of passion here in this relationship. Definitely passion despite the separation, but I do see more healing needs to happen and, more power, but I do see this coming together. So exciting. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about the divine feminine, the person in the relationship that carries more of that divine feminine type energy in the relationship. So we're going to see where divine feminine specifically is at right now. So divine feminine wants union. Divine feminine feels like they're ready for the union. This is talking about the coming together of two polar opposites and passion and nurturing and abundance. And, I feel like divine feminine holds that vision for the future with their divine masculine. They know that they deserve love though, and they're not looking for it from divine masculine. I feel like divine feminine is really learning how to just let this relationship go. I feel like it's that whole, if you let something go, if it comes back to you, then it's meant to be kind of thing. So I feel like divine feminine is already let this go and has been very vulnerable, is open to listen to what divine masculine has to say and really wants that communication now. But at the same time, I feel like divine feminine's in a good space because they're just kind of surrendering. And I don't know, I feel like this could have been a forced hand. Maybe the energy of the Mercury retrograde really forced divine feminine to just have to let this go and to focus on themselves. So very interesting. Now I want to see what divine feminine's feelings are towards divine masculine. So, definitely divine feminine feels like this is their soulmate. We're seeing the fire card, so it's like passion, energy. Divine feminine feels open to express these feelings, open to the connection, open to be honest, and happiness. Divine feminine, just obviously feeling happy about this person, has very strong feelings. I feel like divine feminine is still not quite understanding what's happening with the energy, though. They feel a little bit let down. They're not sure if the situation is being because this is talking about being watched over, there being greater forces at work, being safe, being protected. And it's like divine feminine is kind of feeling not as wondering if the relationship is really being watched over, really if there's really this protection over it. But overall, they really feel strongly towards divine masculine, of course. So let's see what divine feminine's feelings are towards the union. So this is how divine feminine feels about union coming together. This is the partnership card. This is the long-term relationship card, committed relationship card. So they're looking for something like that, but it's reversed, which makes me think that divine feminine doesn't necessarily want to rush anything, but they're open to something like that in the long term. I feel like divine feminine feels like this union is their destiny. Divine feminine's willing to wait. Divine feminine's been waiting for a long time. Definitely has romantic feelings, but I feel like divine feminine feels like the ball is kind of in divine masculine's court, because I'm seeing make the effort reversed. So it's making me think that they're not thinking about making any more effort. They're not thinking about putting anything else out there. But divine feminine definitely feels like this could be the one, and is in the meantime spending time maybe at school or educating themselves or working towards a job or something, trying to prepare for the union, trying to make sure that they have their ducks in a row. And I see serenity. I feel like divine feminine has entered into a space of allowing, and obviously they love this person. So divine feminine has a lot of love for the masculine and really wants to see this come together. So what does divine feminine know that divine masculine doesn't know? This is a good question. Let's see. So divine feminine forgives the divine masculine. And I feel like divine masculine is taking it really hard. We're going to get into divine masculine in a second, but I'm just picking up on this energy. Divine masculine has really been down on themselves for maybe the ways they've treated divine feminine, or just for not understanding them. And so I see that divine feminine has already forgiven divine masculine for this, and it's let it go. It's like water under the bridge. Divine feminine has been getting a lot of help from their friends and family and a lot of support for the relationship. Maybe divine masculine doesn't know that there's people out there that support the relationship and are rooting for it. And I feel like divine feminine has gotten a lot of help and has really centered themselves. Divine feminine's ready for a new journey and for a new adventure, and ready to take risks and leap into the unknown with the divine masculine. Divine feminine went through a long period of mourning and of just really this hell. And I feel like it's over now, and they're feeling much better. And also maybe in the past, divine feminine had money issues, but I don't really see money's a problem anymore. And maybe divine masculine just doesn't realize that they're over this, that they have, the means to make this work, that they're ready to take this new path, and that they forgive them, and that there's people out there rooting for the relationship. So maybe they just don't know that. So the advice for the divine feminine in specific, so advice for divine feminine is, your home situation will be changing. It's possible, you're going to be moving somewhere, or maybe even with the divine masculine. It's a message about attraction for divine feminine, to remember that you're not very attractive when you're chasing after people and when you're desperate and confused. It's better to chill your energy out and work on attraction. And attraction is all about enjoying this moment fully. So as you enjoy your journey being on your own without the divine masculine, divine feminine can actually have this chance to relax and to be centered and to be in the moment and to manifest more bliss and also to become more attractive, because when you're in the moment having fun, enjoying your life, there's nothing more attractive to divine masculine. So I see peace, like they're telling you to have peace, like not try to worry, predict, and control outcomes with divine masculine, just to find your peace and work on that is going to help make you more attractive to divine masculine, and just it's going to be good for you. This is about staying grounded. You know, if you're always up in your head worrying and freaking out about this, that's not really a good use of your energy. Like, allow space for the universe to work in its way, and you want to know that this person came to you out of their own free will. You want to know that divine masculine wants to come to you. You don't want to push this to a point to where you don't feel like it's sincere when divine masculine comes. And yeah, go with the flow, going with the flow, divine feminine. There's definitely some kind of, this is the infinity, stands for soulmates, twin flames, love, and whatnot. It's very comforting to see this card here, to know there's a strong connection, and to never be afraid to speak your truth. Never, be grounded in your truth. Ground yourself in the knowingness of this connection, but really focus on yourself, because there's a lot of abundance. There's a lot of ideas around you, and you're like hesitant to move forward because you keep waiting for your divine masculine. But the message is, don't wait for divine masculine before you make your dreams come true, before you live your life and like step into your abundance and your truth. Just live your life and it'll come together when it's meant to. So now we're moving on to the divine masculine. So let's see where divine masculine is at right now in general. So divine masculine has, manifested a lot of abundance. I'm seeing abundance manifested for divine feminine as well, but especially divine masculine is not as worried about the money situation, about the finances, about manifesting as much as they used to in the past. This is part of why they're stepping into their power. I'm seeing codependency reversed. So for divine masculine, it might be that they've been codependent in the past with their relationships, or maybe even codependent with family members, which has kind of slowed down this union, but they're learning how to like stand on their own and not be so attached to others and be so codependent. Divine masculine's really just trying to kind of rest, relax, and drink from this water. This is the waters of life, and when I see this card, it usually means the person is just needing rest and rejuvenation. They're getting stronger. So it could be that divine masculine's thinking about this, but they're kind of still working on like making sure they feel comfortable and that they feel grounded and safe. But this is a past life relationship. I feel like divine masculine knows that there's a connection here. Like there's this feeling like you guys have known each other before. There's this longing for the relationship, but they're still working through some codependencies. Feelings towards divine feminine. How does divine masculine feel about the divine feminine? Well, I feel like divine masculine is trying not to control the situation anymore. I feel like they spent a lot of time thinking about it, worried about it, similarly to divine feminine. And they're at this point where they've surrendered their control. I see something about divine masculine being a shaman, or like having these abilities to tap into like a higher consciousness, and they might even be going through some sort of spiritual awakening right now, or just like discovering like who they are and like what their truth is. And so that's probably why we see divine masculine by themselves, because it's a very personal journey, one that can be kind of difficult to do in a relationship. So there's like this, like divine masculine feels like they want to make this union, but they need to be on their own to like figure some stuff out and get control over the situation. But believe, divine masculine does believe in this connection. I want to pull some clarifiers. Divine masculine, might even still be, trying to release their ex. Because remember, we got this codependency card. So maybe there's like someone in the way or someone in the past that they need to release. But we're seeing the reconciliation card. Someone from your past is returning to your life, and that's probably divine feminine. And there's definitely chemistry. They feel the chemistry with divine feminine. Very strong magnetic connection. But there's some blockages, with the release your ex, with the codependency recovery. It could even talk about addiction. needing to like kind of get a handle on something like that before they step forward. So what does divine masculine know that divine feminine doesn't? So yeah, there's a lot going down, basically. Like, divine masculine doesn't want to tell divine feminine that they've had this adversity, that there's been all these problems and it's just been tearing them away from them. They're retreating. They're really not trying to move forward in their love life right now. They're really disconnected as they work through their abundance and issues. And it's really weird because first we got abundance over there and now we're getting it reversed, which makes me think like maybe the money situation for divine masculine is like very up and down, and like they're just trying to like work really hard and just like get a handle on that. They're very focused on their finances, career, trying to release the ex, the codependencies. And so it's just like the energy, they're just not ready to like do something here until they feel like they have their situation under control. So the advice for the divine masculine is to flirt. You know, it's okay to flirt with divine feminine, even if you don't have the situation figured out. There is validation coming through about the connection for divine masculine and to just trust in this journey, even if there's a lot blocking it in the way. I mean, I see struggle for the divine masculine, but there's this message to just let go of the struggle. At any moment, you can just let go of the struggle. It's really that easy. Just let it go. Divine masculine really needs time on their own, you know, to process and to figure out what they want. Because divine masculine's unhappy and maybe afraid to admit that they're unhappy. I don't think that it's divine feminine that's going to make them happy. I think they need to find their happiness kind of on their own. And divine masculine's in a huge transition right now. Everything's about to change. And I feel like that's why we're getting the struggle. Divine masculine can feel the heat. They can feel their life starting to kind of crumble and fall apart as the road is paved for the union. And divine masculine standing right here at this bank, looking across. This stands for like sexuality and freedom, and this stands for a partnership. This stands for a big manifestation, dreams coming true. But divine masculine doesn't know quite how to get across. They're like, should I get a boat? Should I fly? Should I swim? And the answer is to wait until this river is no longer flooded and the path becomes clear. So I feel like divine masculine, you need more time to get your shit together before you come after divine feminine. And I do feel like the ball is in your court, divine masculine. And once again, it doesn't matter if you're male or female or they or gay or anything. This is, you know, up to you who divine masculine and feminine is. But I do see like a message that this relationship, you're going to have to be very, very patient, but it's going to come together. So the overall advice for everyone is, this is the salmon, you know, they swim upstream to unite with their love. They go through this journey. So it's been a journey you've been on with this person in this, you know, relationship. And it's talking about an opportunity if you just continue to swim. There's a lot of insecurities. It's like, pay attention to the red flag. Like, maybe if divine masculine and divine feminine, you know, don't reach out if you're feeling insecure. I always tell people when it comes to reaching out to someone in love, make sure you're doing it from a place of love and not a place of fear and lack. Because this person is never going to be able to give you what you're looking for to get rid of your insecurities and fears. It doesn't matter what they say to you, like, you need to find your own security within yourself. So pay attention to the red flags. When you're feeling insecure, that's when you want to reach out, but you need to do it from a place of love and a place of light, and just keep it simple. Like, no need to complicate the situation. A huge message really is to just allow time to heal. And final message, synchronicity. There are going to be series of events that help this come together. And oh my gosh, I forgot to flip over these cards. Oh wait, we just did that. Well, maybe it's oh, we missed this one. That's why. This is the divine masculine. Divine masculine's feeling really jaded when it comes to love, and, you know, just exhausted thinking about opening their heart again to this connection. But so time needs to heal this. So hang in there, you guys. I'm sending you so much love and light. Peace out.